what's your team look like now? Is there anything specific you do about hiring? Do you feel like you have any maybe key players that are really helping you push the business, or do you feel like you're the mastermind of the whole operation? Walk me through some of the team.
Yeah, so we have so I read a book like about a year ago called Traction, which I'm sure you heard
Yeah,
of.
Gina
And
Wickman.
yeah, so I do EOS. That's what we did. I used to not have EOS, and it's literally so funny because I'm like, dude, what do we even talk about on our meetings? Like, I like if I didn't have an agenda, I had no. It was like whoever just spoke the loudest was the one that like got their point across. There was no like IDS section or any of the other stuff. So I highly recommend if no one's ready to read it. And like we do kind of a modified version because that book was written a while ago of the EOS, but it's definitely applicable. And so you have an organizational chart. I think probably one of the best hires I've made in the last 12 months. It was the director of operations.
Mm,
So like kind of like you said, I used to be the mastermind, the thought, and the way that he says it, and he's actually no longer with us, but I'm in the process of hiring another. But and I learned a lot from the first one. But he calls it a thought leader. He's like, we had a marketing call. My marketing director was on the meeting. I was on the meeting, the marketing team, the setting team, everybody was there. And that was the first meeting that he was on. And so the meeting ended, and I was like, "Hey, will you stay on afterwards and let's talk?" And I was like, "So what do you think?" And he was like, "You, my honest opinion?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." And he said, "I was honestly shocked at how much you were talking during the whole meeting." And that kind of hit me because it was a business that I started, and it's like my face, and I was like, Wow, I guess I never really thought of it like that. And it's mostly probably my faults. But I realized right then and there that like I was probably still hindering my team members by still trying to be like everything to
hmm
everybody, answering all the questions. Like as soon as somebody asked a question, because I've just been doing this so much, especially in marketing, I just knew the answer
hmm
immediately. So instead of letting somebody else, I'd be like, "This is what you need to do. Okay, let's go on to this," just so
hmm
I could get more stuff done. And so when I hired him, like we had our annual meeting, and he's like, at the beginning of it in Traction, you're supposed to all go around and give each team leader or director like really critical advice that you wouldn't say anywhere else for them to work on. And mine was for me to speak less, which was like harsh, but I knew I needed it. And it's ironic because I know I've talked a lot on this podcast, but
That's what you're here to do. Here,
that's fair.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Here,
that's
it's
fair.
okay.
But and so when I learned that, that was when I was like, okay, even though I built the business to where, well, that's so unfair for me to say. Even though I was a main driver to build the business to where it's at today, I realized like to get to the next level, I needed to really let my team members, my directors take charge, even if it takes too long, even if they do it wrong. And I still catch myself, for example, building that one-time offer page for that annual thing. I was trying to hit record numbers for this subscription service, and so I was talking to my marketing director. I was like, "Hey, build this one-time offer for this annual thing, and like get it up, get it up, get it up."
Mm.
And he was taking so long, and I was like, "Screw it, I'll just do it." And I literally started doing it, and then like I'm halfway through it. I was like, "Well, wait, like what am I doing? Like I'm going right." So then I like messaged him back. I was like, "You know what? No, you do it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Like I need to make sure I stay in my lane." So I still kind of catch myself a little bit, but you would ask me like what was like one of the things that I've learned or one of the things I recommend, and it's like there's a difference between hiring really great people and enabling really great people.
Mhm.
And I think that I've hired really great people, but one of my biggest challenges has been enabling them, even if I think what they're doing is wrong or I think they're taking too long. And so that's probably one thing that I wish someone had told me a while ago, and something that I'm still working on today.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're only as good as your team, and I think it's so boring, and I've heard it so many times. I'm like, sure, tell me the secret, but I really do believe is you're as good as your team, and
Yeah.
so the better you can hire, the better you enable them, the better you lead, the better the company is going to be.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.